Leo, welcome back to Spiritual Influential Tarot. This is your weekly general reading for the first week of May. Please take what resonates with you and allow anything that does not resonate with you be taken by those other Leos that are on different birth dates. Nine cards for Leo. We'll start with 9 cards. Spirit, 9 cards for Leo, please. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Followed by the King of Swords, followed by the Hierophant, followed by the Four of Wands, followed by the Ace of Swords, followed by the 9 of Swords. 2 cards at the same time. Followed by the Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Leo, what ideas, allows me to ask you that you have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. What ideas to make money are you thinking of? Okay. When it comes to the Page of Pentacles, it allows me to tell you that this card is all about good news. Okay? Leo, if this was my first card coming out in one of my own readings, I would be very, very happy. Okay? Because good news is coming to you in like earthly matters, if that makes any sense, you know? Okay? Such as money, business, okay? Education, career, okay? I want you also to be inspired, because this is also upon prosperity, okay? Even in health, when it comes to the Page of Pentacles, okay? I see that you are now setting goals. You're having... I see that you're laying down foundations, okay? When it comes to the Page of Pentacles, it allows me to say that whatever it is that you are planning, expect it to come to reality, because you are manifesting what you are thinking of, okay? Because you're diligent, Leo. It's literally telling me that When the first card, I should have just thrown this as a significator card, to be honest with you, because whatever it is that you are trying to do with, that you're thinking of money, I want you to go for it, because, and I have a feeling that you're going to have an excellent future. You're going to prosper, okay, upon whatever it is that you are thinking of. I should have just used that as a significator card. You know, next, I'm going to start using significator cards, because honestly, it's a great breakdown. But anyway, Leo, it is followed here by the Queen of Swords. And when the Queen of Swords comes around, okay, the Queen of Swords, it is a card of pure mental clarity, okay, because it's letting me know that the cards are above her. You see that? And she is willing to accept anything. That's the reason why she has her hand out, as long as it has to do about her, okay? If not, she's going to chop the person's head off. But what I'm trying to say is that because you are you're independent, okay, and you're, how can I say, you're sharp-witted, okay, all right. It allows me to see that you're a direct communicator, okay, and you have unbiased judgments, okay. You know what's funny is that this may also, whether if you are a male, this may represent an older female entering into your life, okay, who steps into your life when you are most vulnerable as well. Or if you are a female, then vice versa, it'll be a male, okay, then when you're least vulnerable, you know, like you're the most vulnerable, okay, this person can protect you and help you overcome your challenges. So maybe if it's not happening already, it's about to happen that way, because you also have here followed by not only the Queen but the King of Swords, okay, and this is also about mental clarity, okay. So you are very clear upon the things that you want and your things that you need going on in your life, because you're intelligent, you're a Leo, okay, right? You have the power and the discipline, okay, you're logical. It's all about your brain. Your thoughts can be applied well. You know something? In law, when the King of Swords comes around, you know, it's funny, you can be a law enforcement officer. You can become a police officer, okay? Or somewhat of like a professional advisor, okay? A judge, an attorney, okay? I want you to seek bigger and better things, because you are you have ethics and integrity to judge situations with rational thinking. That's what that is. This is a very powerful card. I see you looking clearly towards something that is going to make you a lot of money, okay? Because it is also followed by the Hierophant. Now we're talking. The Hierophant, a lot of people miss these kind of things that are in the card, like the keys here, right? And all I keep on hearing is, what's that song? Who sings that? Is that Future who sings? You got the keys, the keys, you got the keys, the keys, the keys. I don't know why I just heard that right now. But anyway, okay? It's my intuition when it comes in. The Hierophant, okay, has a three-point crown here, okay? And he has, he has his hand like this, right? This card is about, and he has two men here in the front that he is going to bless, okay? Because this card is about initiation. This card is about apprenticeship. This card is about mastery, okay? And when I see the Hierophant come in, this is also about traditional values, okay? It is letting me know that you are establishing a set of spiritual wisdom, okay, and guidance that it will affect your current life, okay? So before you can discover, right, your own belief system, what you're thinking of here, okay, I want you to make it a choice of yours, right, to choose a mentor, okay? Because if you are trying, you know something, since you are seeing very clearly now, and I see that the Hierophant is here, when the Hierophant comes up, I have to say this, and I will say this in every one of my videos, okay? I'm going to say what nobody else likes to say, okay? And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry, okay, for saying what I'm about to say. No matter what religion you are, okay? This symbol here that he is making with his sign like this, okay? Yeshua of Nazareth, okay? And I know how different religions feel about tarot card readers, okay? Like I said, sorry, I'm not sorry for being chosen to do the tarot. Not only do I do the tarot, but I do many other things as well, okay? But this symbol here, okay, a person uses this symbol when he is of higher, per se, spirituality, okay? He has a higher consciousness, okay? A higher level of consciousness, okay? All right? And when a person does this, what is it that you usually see? It's a priest, per se. And he says, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? Okay. Well, I'm not only going to just mention that, but I'm also going to prove it to you, okay, that Yeshua of Nazareth, whom is called Jesus Christ, he has the same symbol, and I am wearing him at this very moment, and look, it's the same symbol. See? The same symbol that he is doing. The Hierophant is doing the same symbol that Christ is doing. Christ is pointing at his heart, because this is the sacred heart, right, of the Son of the Creator. And he is doing this because it is a blessing that he is about to give you, right? So when I see this, because it is also followed, okay, and I'm looking at internship, I'm looking at initiation, okay, I'm looking at apprenticeship, I'm looking at mastery, I'm seeing you having a thought, okay, that is going to bring you a lot of money is in your horizon here, because you're seeing things clearly. If you're not into some type of, like I stated, law enforcement, trying to become an attorney, becoming a judge, something in that field, I highly suggest that you go running towards that field, because guess what? When the Hierophant comes out as well, and then now with that following, you have the Four of Wands, okay? There is not, and like I said, that there is maybe somebody who's going to help you, you know, in your tough times, whether if you're a male, it's going to be a female. If it's a female, it's going to be a male. You know, maybe it's hard for you to, for example, I know a friend of mine who became a police officer, and he couldn't deal with the bills, like going to the academy, and then his wife had to step up into the game, and all of a sudden she stepped up to the plate, and then he became a police officer, and now he's taking care of everything, you see? So it just happens this way sometimes, you know? I mean, this is why it's, you know, through thick and thin, right? Through, you know, poor and riches, right? But here it has the Four of Wands, okay? And when the Four of Wands comes up, you see that they are celebrating, but they have to make it through, okay? You see here, they have to make it through. They're coming out of the castle, they're holding hands together, okay? And when the Four of Wands comes up, okay, it allows me to see that you are surrounded by a good community, okay, Leo? Leo, let me explain something to you, okay? In this community, spirit is high, okay? I see that you have, this card speaks about happy families, all right? Okay, you are feeling welcome, and you are in harmony with yourself at this very moment. This is a time of reunions, maybe even to speak about, okay, what it is that you're planning with your family to get together and say, hey, you know what, in order for us to make this work, we need to make this a team effort, so that way the teamwork, because you know how they say teamwork make the dream work, right? Listen to me, and listen to me very well at this very moment, okay? I am very, very glad to say, okay, that if you get into any one of these, like I said, law enforcement, becoming an attorney, or a great, you know, or even, you know what, that just came into my mind, okay, right now, like one of those, you know, positive people, right? It's like a, you know, since you have here the Queen and the King of Swords is also telling me upon the way that you communicate, okay? You know, since you have unbiased, okay, judgment, okay, you see things very clear, all right? I think that because you see things very logical, you should speak with whom is the most closest to you and say, hey man, you know, or hey woman, I have an idea, okay? You know, maybe you want to be, maybe you can even be one of those motivational coaches. That's what I'm looking for. Motivational coach, one of those people that can, you know, speak to you and tell you exactly what you need to do, and you know, because being a good communicator it's difficult. It's like myself right now, that I try to use certain correct words, okay, when it comes to giving a person a good reading, you know, okay, because this is what we do, right? We read the cards, right? Okay, and there is celebration here. There's a reunions here happening, okay, and I can say that it is followed here by the Ace of Swords, another sword, okay? Excuse me. And notice here, things that people miss out on the Ace of Swords. This is a palm. This is from the palm tree, okay? And this is from the olive tree. Do yourself some homework, since I can see that you are a very intellectual person. Look up what is the signification, okay, spiritually, of the palm leaf per se, right, and the olive tree. Okay, look it up. Okay, you see also, right, that it's the divine here speaking, my friend. Okay, it's the divine here. Okay, and the Ace of Swords comes up. Okay, you are about to experience a moment of a breakthrough, my friend. Okay, whether you are male, whether you are female, okay, you are going to experience a breakthrough here in your life, okay, because you have new ideas to make a lot of money, okay, and you are ready to grab this or these, all right, new opportunities, okay, as you are focused. And you're ready to make a rational decision, okay? Because it is followed here by what I call the nightmare, okay? The Nine of Swords. A continuous nightmare. And you're tired of it. You're tired of this nightmare, okay? This Nine of Swords, okay? You're tired of it, okay? You know, you're weighed down because of it, okay? By negative feelings. Because this is what this is, all right? This card is about fear and anxiety or trauma, okay? All right? You might feel like you are like reaching a breaking point sometimes, okay? But however, your concerns, I want you to know, that are not as terrible as you may be imagining them. Okay? Sometimes it's in here, right? That's the reason why you need to continue on seeing clearly. Okay? And you may be struggling right now. Okay? With a little bit of guilt, a little bit of remorse. Okay? It may be regrets. You may be and you may be even responsible for them feelings, and that's okay, because we go up, we go down. What goes down must come up. What goes up must come down. Okay, and we try the best when things are up to keep them there. Okay, all right. And like I said, you should reach out to professional help. You are searching for a mentor to get you through through this idea. Okay? Because you may be doing things on yourself and you're putting too much stress on yourself, trying to think about, is this the best idea for me? Right? But once again, if you do what I am explaining to you, this card is followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles. More money on the mind. Okay? I'm seeing your thoughts here are all about the money. Okay? You're having nightmares. Bills are in the past. Okay? Past due, and that's understandable. Everybody goes through this. Okay? Everybody goes through this. Okay? You know? And because you may have like a high social status, you know, like, you know, you're used to having success and have, you know, financial independence, okay? You know? But she's the queen, so you have to nurture, okay? You have to be nurturing, practical, and providing financially. That's the reason why that's the reason you have this card. You're looking for better work, I see you, trying to move forward, okay? Because you've made decisions in the past. And you know what's funny? This brings me to say that you could be a parent that is going through financial difficulties, and you want the finer things in life, and that's only human, whoever you are, Leo. Okay? It's not greed. It's just human. It's human for you to want better things in life, especially if you're a parent, you want something for your kids, okay? Okay? And you're trying to do better, but then you have your kids, your apartment, or your crib, your house, your husband, or your boyfriend, or, or maybe vice versa. It's a male figure. He has kids. He has to look, he has to make it better for himself, his family members. He's a provider. Okay? And it is followed by the Six of Pentacles. Okay? The Six of Pentacles tells me a good story. Alright? That you're being also decisive, right, on who you are giving things to. There has to be a balance here. Okay? The Six of Pentacles, you notice he's holding the balance. And he's giving something to this person and not to this person. Okay? Because this person already has things in his pocket. Okay? And there is there's charity in your life. Okay? And you know what? You may be receiving, okay, something, something or someone is going to be tremendously generous with you or towards you, okay, with gifts or money or even with their time. Maybe somebody understands that you do have the knowledge, okay, and wisdom, okay, to do exactly what you need to do, and they're going to take the time, okay, to value you, okay, because they know and they understand that you should be rewarded due to your hard work. And honestly, I can look at these cards horizontally or vertically, right? And everything speaks about, to me, if you notice, we have, and I'll start from right to left, King of Swords, the Divine Ace of Swords, with Six of Pentacles. Okay? You're being blessed. You're going to be blessed, okay, with a financial breakthrough here. Okay? I am seeing you moving forward because of a certain person who's going to say, you know what, I believe in you, and I'm going to give you this kind of opportunity. Okay? So, matter of fact, let's go into your oracle cards for guidance. Okay? Let me get 3 cards for Leo. Do this 3 more times. So your first card came out. I wasn't about to accept it, but it's like I was just shuffling there it is. Look, I'm just shuffling the cards, and 2 more cards are wanting to come out. Okay? But we're going to accept it. Let's just accept these cards, okay? Let me, because I always tap my cards and blow on them. But I've already did that, and I was just wanting to do it again. But here, okay, when cards come out, I got to accept them, right? So, here you have a new moon eclipse, expect a powerful change into your life. Expect a powerful change, Leo. Okay? This is going to pass. Whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. Okay? Because, see, you have here, emotions are running high in your super moon. Okay? And your last card, I mean, we're speaking about, listen, your last card here, as I said, remember? I said he's holding the balance, right? And look at this. A full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is in your forecast. There's your balance. There's your balance, right? He's holding the balance, right? He's holding the balance. You see that? Him holding it? Okay? With that being said, let me also go into your angel numbers as well. Okay, I want to go into your angel numbers. Angel numbers for Leo. 3 cards, please. Three cards for Leo, please. Second card. Wow. And third card. Okay. Okay. We have self-love here. Okay. Self-love. All right. From the angel number 676 is prioritize yourself. Excuse me. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. That is hard to do when you're going through this at this moment, and we definitely forget ourselves when we are having some type of tight situation that we want to get over. Okay? Okay? Now, what was I saying? What was I saying to you earlier? Okay? With, okay, the Hierophant, right? You can manifest it, okay? All right, you can manifest it, okay? Because you're going to find a mentor, right? You're going to find a mentor, okay? And this here is manifest your dreams. Angel number 456, you have the power to make things happen. It's a time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting you every step of the way. Okay? And the Hierophant is speaking about a spiritual wisdom and guidance affect your current life. Okay? Now here you have angel number. We have completion on your last card. Angel number 999. Release what no longer serves you and prepare to embark on a new chapter filled with opportunities. Okay? It's just how I said here. A win-win forecast is coming in. Okay? I want you, Leo, to expect a powerful change coming up. Okay? This week, if it hasn't already. And if it has, then I want you to step forward. No steps back, please. Because your emotions are running high. You're going to manifest your dreams. They're coming. They're about to come true if they haven't already. Okay? Like I said, Leo, there is a win-win forecast. Let me go here, middle of the deck that I wanted to look at. I have different decks all around me here, okay? And here, you know, you have the Emperor, okay? The middle of the deck. Now, the middle of the deck, you know, okay, and this is the middle of the deck. Now, here's what I want to see. I have other different decks here, and okay? I have different decks everywhere, all over here. So when the Emperor comes out, one thing that always stands out upon the Emperor for me is his shining armor under his suit, which means that whatever opportunity for me, he's willing to go forward in an instant, right? You know, he's willing to go into battle in an instant. So because of his shiny armor, he's ready, okay? Okay, he's ready. And he has his staff with him, okay? Now, I want you to also understand, a lot of people miss this, but he's also holding on to the world, okay, in his card, okay? The Emperor is about stability, okay? There is insecurity, okay, in your life, all right? Even if you feel how you feel right now, I want you to understand that you are going to end up on top of things, and everything is going to be under your control, if it is not already, because your hard work and discipline, okay, and self-control is what brought you this far, okay? So set up your own rules and boundaries, my friend, okay? Whether you are male or female, I truly hope, I'm gonna be honest with you, when do you see law enforcement bad, attorneys bad? I mean, you know, when, right? Judges, growth coaches, right? Okay, when? I want you to tell me. When do you see them bad? If anything, they have great careers. A life coach, great career. A judge, great career. Attorney, great career. A prosecutor, great career. Anything that's in the courts, great career. Okay? An instructor of some type, great career. Right? Whatever it is that you're manifesting, it is going to come to the light. With that being said, Leo, I hope that you, well, first of all, allow me to say thank you for giving you this reading, because this was a deep reading, you know, and I truly can say that everything is going to work out for you, and you are going to make a lot of money coming up very, very soon. If you have not started it, expect a lot of money coming into your life, okay? Expect a powerful change, okay? With that being said, Leo, allow me to ask you to please subscribe. Hit that like button for me if you can. Share and turn on your post notifications, so that way you don't miss out on any of your readings. And with that being said, may you forever be blessed with great health, prosperity, and stability in your life, so that the day of tomorrow you're a bit more spiritually influential. I'll see you next week, Leo. Take care.